It was nice to see the ball go through the basket against San Diego Christian. I like not only the fact that we won the game, but I thought we competed at a really high level, which was extremely important. Far from perfect. At times tried to do things defensively that probably you're not going to be able to do against really good teams, but our effort and energy and togetherness and willingness to move the ball and do the things that good teams do to win were there and evident, and I'm proud of that fact. So that was good, and now we have to make our first road trip, which even for veterans, road trips are different. None are easy. So that will be our next challenge, but I felt good about last night. Anything for Chase or Xavier?
Chase, after that Syracuse loss, coming back, getting that good win, well, it'll always stay in the back of your head, that Syracuse team, how tough it was, even though you beat a team like Santa Christian the way you did.
Say that again?
Well, the loss to Syracuse always keep you guys even killed, like never overly confident, because you guys know you always have to be that good.
Definitely. I mean, that really grounded us and really made us measure our team versus a top-ranked team like Syracuse. But like I said before, we just look from that experience playing Syracuse. I mean, a lot of teams are not going to be like Syracuse in our league or the teams we play on. So we just got to learn from that game and just go out and forward and keep playing hard like we did that game with hitting the boards and really attacking the team with that height and that size of them.
Have you taken a look at your next opponent, your road game there?
Not yet. Haven't got to look at film yet, but in practice today, I'm sure the coaches will have us prepare for Missouri State.
And what are the specific challenges of going all the way to Springfield, Missouri this early in the season?
Well, like Coach said, it's our first road trip. So for the new guys as well, Skyler and a few other transfers, JJ, it's going to be new, and also for us. So we just got to go out there and play hard. I'm sure the coaches have us prepared.
What did you learn from previous road trips last year at the beginning of the season that would, are you taking more of a leadership role, like this is what we have to do in order to be successful? Thanks.
Well, yeah, me and Chase and Jamal and Rayhan and Sean, like Coach said, are leaders of the team, but Coach will have us prepared, like I just said, have us ready for the road trip against a good Missouri State team.
Could you give us an update, Coach, on the Winston Shepard situation?
No new news. So we're waiting, as I said before, as Mike May had said in the release, we filed an appeal and we're waiting to hear, and we're hopeful that we will get some type of an answer before we leave on Friday. So if it's good news, we'll take him with us.
Have you noticed an effect on the team at all?
Well, we didn't have him to play, obviously, and that means the seventh guy becomes the sixth guy, and so on. So, we'll be fine, and Winston will be fine.
Coach, it's never easy to lose anyone for any period of time, but do you feel like the timing of this right now is good, being able to have him back for USC and UCLA?
Timing's never good when you have players that you're counting on that can't play. What it does is it allows opportunity, more opportunity for others, and that's good. If we win, it's good. So hopefully we will find ways to win with or without him, and we're hoping we'll have him. But if we don't have him against Missouri State, we won't have him on Monday against Arkansas Pine Bluff. So we will just play with the ones that we've got. It makes my job easier in substituting. We have one less guy to get in the game, but it makes it harder for everybody because he's a good player and he's an integral part of our team.
How nice was it to come back home and get that W under your belt?
It's always nice to come back home to the fans and the community. family in the stands and just get a good victory with our receiving our rings and seeing the banner unveiled. It's just a great feeling.
Yeah, talk about that Philly X. I mean, it's your first time getting that ring and having everything unveiled. Talk about that experience, just the moment, being in that moment.
Well, Chase will know this is my first ring ever. I didn't get a ring in high school or anything like that, so it was a very special moment to me. And then I was just blessed to be on a great team from last year. I just want to thank God.
Does it almost give you more to work for now that you've achieved that? Moving forward, it's like you almost want to achieve more now.
Yeah, always, definitely, especially with this team in the Aztecs. Here at San Diego State, we always want to go out there and achieve the best and get championships, and that's what we're going to try to do this year.
Chase, I got a question. Who's impressed you thus far? I know it's early, but maybe with work ethic and what have you with your team so far?
Who's impressed me so far? I would say JJ, but it's something already expected from last year. But really, I would say Dwayne DP has really impressed me with his activity, with his defense, and his energy. When he gets on the court, he gives 110%. And I just say everybody's been improving from the freshmen to the transfers. We're all just gelling together, and everybody just making improvements. And that's what we have to keep on doing each and every day in practice, just keep on getting better.
Coach, how was that moment for you yesterday? Watching your players with their smiles on their face, receiving those rings, watching the banner revealed.
It never gets old. It never gets old to recognize success in a very good season that we had last year. So it was fun, and our kids, I think most of them had got a glimpse of what the rings looked like, but they hadn't held them in their hand, and it's a nice special moment, and it will be something that they will be able to reflect back on with great pride as time goes on. And we talked about this needs to be added incentive to have this not be their last, that there's more to come. But it was fun, and I'm sure all of us reflected a little bit on a moment or two as the banner was unveiled, something that happened a year ago that allowed us to be able to hang that in a tough league, right down to the wire, to be able to do that. So it was neat.
Coach, what do you remember about the last time you went to Missouri State, about that trip?
I remember that I'm the only guy that used tickets. I had family and friends from the Midwest that all came, and I also remember that Brandon Heath did what Brandon Heath can do. It was an NIT game to get a chance to play Syracuse the first time, and Brandon made a spectacular basket to allow us to win the game, and it was immensely exciting for us. You weren't there, were you, Chase?
No.
I think I was the only one of the three of us that who was there, and it was very, very neat.
People say it's a very hard place to go play. Why is it? Is it a tough arena to play in, or is it?
At that time, I think the arena was relatively new. Even though maybe you would not say recent history has been really good, I mean, they've had a history of success on their migration from Division II, from Southwest Missouri State to Missouri State. Steve Alford, a little history, and you know that. Alford coached there, led them to the NCAA tournament. Barry Hickson was the coach at the time. He's now coach at Southern Illinois University. Sometimes strange things happen. He got let go, goes to Kansas, and now he's back in the league with a different program. But I think they've got a loyal group of followers that are used to success. If I can think out loud, maybe Mike May can help me, but would you go back and look and see, were they in the national tournament, Division II national tournament in 1967 when San Diego State played in Evansville? I think they were. And I think I was a seldom used reserve on an Illinois State team that played them. But I don't remember that. I remember the coach didn't like me and didn't play me enough. I do know that. Anything else?
How difficult is it to prepare for a team that's lost 3 of its top 4 scorers, and they've only played 1 game this season?
Well, they played more than 1 game. They played 2 exhibition games and one that, for real, there were one ahead of them. They have a young team, and they're, what little I've read from publications, I think they're 4th or 5th, maybe somewhere in there, youngest team in the country. They got 2 redshirt freshmen that are very good, so you can't really count them as freshmen. I think that adds a little bit to the deceitfulness of it. Even though they're freshmen, they're not freshmen. They were there last year, but they have 2 true freshmen that start that are good. So they got a good young nucleus that they're very, very excited about, and they've got 3 guys who are returning that started last year at the end of the season. So I think it's a little bit, if you start reading, well, look at how young they are. They've got experience coming back, and they've got a couple of them that are listed as freshmen, but they were there last year. So, but it'll be interesting to kind of see how we play. I'm anxious to see that myself.
So when you watch film, will you look back into last season, or will you just focus on what they've done?
No, all I've watched and I've watched 2 games. I watched their first game that counted, and I watched McKendree College, an exhibition game that they played.